Welcome back to Liam Doesn't Know Ball. My name is Liam. I'm an American who objectively doesn't know ball, but that does not stop me from having opinions. I'm here to predict game week 28 in the Premier League. Let's get into it. First up on Saturday morning, or lunchtime if you're actually in England, I'm going with Manchester United 2, Everton 1. Manchester United, my least favorite team to predict, or one of my least favorite teams to predict. I'm giving them, I know they started off well in the Manchester Derby. They scored first, but after that it went downhill very quickly. Um, hmm. I'm just going with this because Manchester United simply have to win this game. They really have no excuse. They far outweigh Everton in quality. They're at home. I know Rasmus Højlund is still injured to my knowledge, but come on. You have to beat Everton at home. There's no excuse. That's my rationale. That's it. Bournemouth 2, Sheffield United 0. Sheffield United are very bad. Usually they're worse at home. Bournemouth got their first win in the league in the calendar year, so I think that they're going to push on from here. And, I mean, they're playing Sheffield United at home. I think that Dominic Solanke will have a brace, and Sheffield United are just going to make their goal difference worse. That's really all they're going to accomplish. And it really seems like they're bracing for the drop. And, like, not even bracing. They've just accepted it. And they're probably just thinking, oh, just get us through. Just put us back in the championship so we can win again. Honestly, the most exciting thing I'm looking forward to from Sheffield United from this fixture is to see how many away fans show up, if any, and how quickly they walk out if they do show up. Crystal Palace 2, Luton 2. I've been much. Crystal Palace look a lot better under Oliver Glasner, and at least the last game and a half, Tottenham really had to turn it on at the end to get the win against Crystal Palace at home. So I've been very encouraged with what I'm seeing. Luton, meanwhile, have had some tough losses at home to Man City in the FA Cup and Aston Villa in the league. But if we've learned anything about Luton, they don't stay down. They are the definition of water off a duck's back. They're like, oh, we lost. Oh, we've got another game. So who cares about that? Let's get ready for the next one. Um, I think this will come down to two teams who have. What's the word I'm looking for? I think that they'll both get back on track with a draw that I don't think that either set of fans would rip your hand off for that result to start, but I think that if you said it's going to end in a draw, they would probably just nod their heads and think that's satisfactory. Crystal Palace to secure, to get that extra point towards safety, and Luton just to end that bad run of form and just get a point and try and push for survival. Wolves 2, Fulham 3. Both of these teams can score a lot of goals, and both of these teams can concede a lot of goals. I'll give Fulham the advantage because of injuries. Also, Polinia's back, and the Fulham is just a significantly better team when he's there. He just has that much quality. No wonder Bayern Munich wanted to sign him. I think that alone. Also, Jose Sa is missing for Wolves, and he's a pretty good goalkeeper. I think that I don't know if he's necessarily underrated, but he does a good job, and I think that he would be able to keep Wolves in the game a little bit more. I'm not sure who his backup is. I should have researched that, but yeah, I just think Polinia being in the starting lineup and Munoz, who's looking very good, I think that alone will get Fulham the 3 points in a big away win. Arsenal 3, Brentford 0. This just seems obvious, doesn't it? Arsenal are in some of the best form they've been in God knows how long. I know that Raya has to be benched because he's playing his parent club, but who cares? I back Ramsdale to. He's a good goalkeeper. I don't care if he's been on the bench. He's a good goalkeeper. I back him to come in, play well. He in the back four will be able to keep a clean sheet. And I back Saka, Jorginho, and Odegaard with the goals. I think that the Emirates will be absolutely bouncing and they'll know that they can temporarily go top of the league and possibly stay there depending on results on Sunday. This is going to be a big win for Arsenal. Aston Villa 2, Spurs 1. Now, I was watching Pro Soccer Talk and seeing what they were saying about the game preview, and they were all predicting a very high scoring, a 2-all draw, a 3-all draw, and a 4-3 Spurs win. I'm going with an Aston Villa win because since Unai Emery has taken over, Aston Villa and Tottenham have played 3 times. The aggregate score is 6-2 to Aston Villa. They won 2-0 on New Year's Day 2023. And then in May, they beat Tottenham 2-1 off of a very, very questionable Harry Kane penalty, but that was then. And then earlier this season, Villa went to Tottenham and won 2-1. I think that's going to be the scoreline again. I've got Watkins and John McGinn to score for Villa, Johnson to score for Tottenham. I know that they've got some they're not as banged up as they were when these two teams met in October, but I believe that Richarlison's injured and he's been in pretty good form, so that's going to hurt. I think Pedro Porro's injured, which isn't great for them, so I back Villa to get the win 2-1 at home. Brighton 2, Forest 1. Brighton have been a bit underwhelming this season, in the league at least, and I know they just got smashed 4-0 on Thursday. But they're at home. Forest have struggled all season. I just don't back Forest to get the away win. So I just think Brighton will have enough to overcome them. That's really it. West Ham 2, Burnley 0. Burnley's performances have been improving. They've been able to execute their style of play a little bit better. But I'm sorry, I don't care. West Ham are a better team. I think that they'll still be able to relatively easily beat Burnley just because even though their style of play has improved and they've gotten better at playing it, they still struggle to completely execute it for a win. I don't think that's going to happen on the road against a West Ham side that they haven't been in the best run of form, but that's got to end at some point, and I back this week to be the week they do it. Liverpool 2, Man City 2. Big title decider. Both of these teams are in very good form. If this game were at the Etihad or Liverpool were slightly less injured, I would give the advantage to that team, but I can't really decide between these two teams. And here's the thing. Here's the problem. I'm going with the draw just because I can't make up my mind. I know I just mentioned my reason for not deciding between the two teams, but anything can happen in this game. I don't even want to have to predict it. I'm going 2-all just because I think that'll be an entertaining score. And I think regardless of what the score is, this game will be entertaining, and I'm not picking goal scorers just because, again, I think anything could happen. I'm just looking, as a neutral in this, I'm just looking forward to an entertaining game, and I back both teams to give us that. Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1. It just seems like the right scoreline. That's about it.